Aloha, good morning. This is Caron B Davis of Caron B Realty International, and very special segment today. I have Doug Davis here, and of course, many of you.
My goodness.
It'll be a fun talk today. Many know that Doug is my husband and broker in charge here at Caron B Realty International, and I had to talk him into coming in today, but he's going to help me, sort of explain our 6-star service and platinum level and the quality of people we have in our company. We've worked very hard together to put an incredible boutique real estate company together. And between Doug and I, our experience spans over 70 years of experience. And Doug was #1 Coldwell banker for many years, and I was the #1 agent when we were very young here locally. And brief history, we were very dear friends 30 years ago. We bumped into each other 10 years ago, got married, and we were successful in business and personal life. And that could be a whole other segment of how do you work with your spouse. But I think if somebody does want to know out there listening today, it's I believe we have respect for each other for the qualities that we bring in personally or professionally in our lives. Do you want to comment on that, if spouses were going to work together?
Well, you certainly have to enjoy what you're doing and enjoy the other person. And it doesn't seem like we ever talk about enough stuff.
Yeah, we always got something to talk about. And it's not all business. We're always moving and keeping life interesting all the time. And but just on terms of our clients, what we're offering, between Doug and I, we have very individualized service. We know our strong points. So if I know Doug's better at something, I'll say, "Oh, Doug, could you please help the client with this?" And he'll vice versa do that. And in-depth market knowledge is huge right now. Strategic pricing, of course. Negotiating skills is tremendous between ourselves and our agents. And we also have a lot of custom marketing plans. It's not a cookie cutter approach to real estate whatsoever. And of course, Doug, you do your YouTube videos every week, and your wealth of knowledge of surveys, permits, contracts, title defects, tax liens.
All the things that I get asked about every day from our agents and other people. And so I do that little YouTube broadcast on Ask Doug. And it's about how to do all these little things in real estate. It's endless, and the new laws.
Absolutely. And I think one thing that I really, I'm thankful for is our agents, who've been with us anywhere from 5 to 20 years. And, one of the biggest values of being with us is having Doug as a resource for information, because our contracts are very complex these days.
It doesn't seem like there's ever a simple transaction anymore.
No, not so ever. And some of it, and our agents, just to give you a rundown of our agents, Geraldine, who's been with you 17 years, with Caron B Realty 10 years. She's amazing. She works with a lot of multifamily investors, developers, buyers, sellers, and she's had some of the best referral letters I've ever seen come through the company, and she's amazing. And we're so grateful to have her. And of course, Gaby, she's a 9-year anniversary. She was a student from Hawaii Pacific University, was one of their top students there with a marketing degree, and was also nominated for the NAR top 30 under 30 years old agents back in 2020. And of course, Marianne, who's been in my life for about 23 years. She's amazing, and she has a genuine care and empathy for people, and is always there for our clients. And of course, people listening and who've done business with us in the last 6 years, Julie, we couldn't do without Julie, who has over 15 years of experience in the industry. And she does transaction and escrow management, provides exceptional customer service, and it's really at our back all the time, making sure our client relationships and that extra knowledge that we need to have. She'll go in and research and daily showing properties, and she's a joy to work with, of course, every day. And of course, our marketing director. It was always a dream of mine many years ago to have my own marketing department, having our own boutique company. And a few words about Jamie, our marketing director. She's amazing. She's, she stays on top of the marketing strategies out there.
With our newsletter.
Does our newsletter, and yeah, fabulous.
Fact sheets, and keeps us all consistent with our marketing.
Correct. And also,
On all the YouTubes and
yes.
oh, so complicated.
Yeah, and she's got it right into technology, which she thought she would never do. And then, of course, we use a lot of virtual assistants as well. But with that said, what are some of the things we're able to accomplish as a boutique with such an amazing qualified team out there? And we've had a lot of luxury real estate sales, with record-breaking sales in a lot of neighborhoods last year, and continue. Monolani Heights, Wailaiki, Kahala, a lot of East Oahu, same with Wynwood. And then, of course, 1031 exchanges. Do you want to say a few things if somebody's thinking about changing an investment property? The tool of using a 1031 exchange is huge right now.
I've told people over the years, you can get in as deep as you want with the knowledge of a 1031, or you don't have to know anything at all. And we set you up with the accommodator, and they can answer all the questions. So you just need to know that you want to sell something and that you don't want to pay taxes, either federal or state, and do a 1031, and you just go buy something to replace it, or buy several things to replace it. And it can be that easy.
And I'm finding in the changing, finance and real estate market, we need to know what's going on in the finance market. And we're constantly every week in touch with our financial advisors, finding out what programs are out there, what's the current interest rate on CDs, government T-bills. Is it best to put the money back into real estate or the finance market? We're not financial planners, but we certainly can refer our clients to people where they can make a solid decision based on their goals, where they should reinvest their money. Of course, commercial, multi-family dwellings. We had a client a few months ago looking for multi-family dwellings, and it was interesting getting to know that market, wasn't it? We really dug deep. We probably previewed over 40 properties for them, and we have an opinion on it. If you're thinking about going that route in investment property, definitely reach out to us, and we'll give you some of the things we found out. Right?
Yep, lots of info on that.
Lots of info on that. Property management. So, Doug, why don't you talk about your concierge, estate management services, and caretaking?
Divided up in a couple of ways. One is what we call estate management, and that's usually a home or a condo that is normally vacant all the time. And maybe the owner comes once a year or twice a year for a week or 2 weeks, and that's it. It's vacant for the rest of the time. But you can't leave a property empty and not have someone look after it. The swimming pool could go green. The air conditioner can start leaking. The plumbing could start leaking. There are untold disasters that could happen. You want to make sure all the windows are shut. We have storms here, and that could flood inside a window and cause all kinds of damage. And so you have to assist people with the different vendors and get them in to fix things. Then we have the more normal property management, where there's tenant occupied home or condo, and we assist with that. We have a huge vendor list, which we update every week for the best plumbers, the best electricians, the best handymen, all the different types of vendors for all the different things that homes have. And it never stops. There's always a repair to be made on a book of rental properties. It's every week.
Well, your department, and Doug heads that department with, an assistant and a virtual office helping. And you just said the other day how happy tenants were right now. And that's probably a sign of, being really on top of things.
It surprises me that everyone is so joyful to have me come over to their home and look at it. So it's
nice.
Interesting experience.
Very good. And then, just a little more on the connected to trusted vendors. We do a lot of home styling and staging with professionals, and we've had a few people on my talk show talk about styling. And handymen and contractors, really important. We overlook their work, make sure they're doing a fabulous job for our clients. And yeah, we have to really know about construction too, don't we?
You have to, in real estate, you need to know a little bit about everything.
Yeah.
Roofs and plumbing and construction and termites and bugs and all that.
And, you know, really important is how you present all that when you're negotiating an offer is extremely important. You know, always putting it in the best light when we have a listing. So we're able to obtain, you know, top dollar for our client and a very solid buyer. And I know recently on one of our luxury properties, I did not want to go into contract with a certain buyer. And it's because I had a feeling they didn't have the money. And I was correct.
You were spot on.
I was spot on, because you just got to know. It sounds great when you get a multi-million-dollar buyer wanting to buy one of your listings, but you better be careful that they've got the money in the bank, as they say.
There's also a lot of weird people out there.
They have fun wasting time sometimes.
I don't know what their agenda is.
But they're very small compared to the amount of really great people out there. But you can't let them get you off track. I think that's a biggie.
Yeah.
Because they can. But anyway, I wanted to share with you, it's a lot of information and we've done a lot. It's our, you know.
It's true.
Yeah, we've done a lot. We should be proud. Or when we're doing it day in, day out, you don't stop and think of everything we've accomplished. But, you know, and where are we going for the next 10 years? Just
better and more client satisfaction and
better quality. Yeah, more. Yeah, just getting better. I mean, there's no stopping, is there really? But thanks for listening. And before we go, Marianne's photos. And of course, 4th of July is here, 4th of July weekend, 4th of July being Tuesday. And we'll put the photos up here. And she's given us photos that are going to celebrate the up and coming 4th of July. And the first photo is a warm-up to the upcoming is the Royal Cosmetics Company from Japan recently celebrated their 36th anniversary in Waikiki and had fireworks offshore. And, you know, after a 3-year absence, the show was a huge success in Waikiki.
COVID took a long time.
Yep. And, you know, we'll just go through those photos and, you know, the celebration ended with a bang and colorful reflections of the ocean. And then I wanted to share the last photo that Marianne sent. It's amazing. Full moon over Diamond Head. That was the cherry on top of an ordinary spectacular evening, as she puts it. She has amazing photos. Amazing
really
photos.
good.
Yeah, I think we'll use one for a happy 4th of July message this weekend. Anyway, everyone have a wonderful time with your family and friends. And until next week, much mahalo.
Thanks for listening.